Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm the East Coast Reefer, and today I want to talk to you about what it takes to set up a saltwater or marine tank. I'll take you through all of the different pieces of equipment, what they do, and where to put them in the tank, any problems I've found or recommendations I have, and also I'll show you some prices and show through the different options and how you can make choices based on your budget as well. So the first piece of equipment, and this is more if you have, or only if you have a sump, is you will need a return pump. Now you'll need a pump anyway, even if you've got like in-tank filtration, because you still need to move the water around. But the return pump is in particular for a sump. They were more expensive than I was expecting for just a pump, but they move quite a bit of water. My tank here is a Red Sea Reefer 250, and it's got a 4,000 litre per hour pump on it, and that's running at full speed as well. Another item in your sump is the skimmer, and you won't need one of these immediately. It's only once you start to build up phosphate and nitrate that you start using the skimmer to help bring those levels down. But a really useful piece of equipment anyway. Another item you'll have in the sump will be your biomedia. So this will be like sintered blocks, typically with maybe a nitrifying element in it to help with the nitrifying bacteria. And I have Chem matrix in a bag in my sump, and I also have some blocks that help clear up or help with the clarity of the water. I have some specific nitrifying blocks, anaerobic stuff in there as well. I'll try and put links to everything in the description for what I've got in my tank here, if I can find it. If I can't find it, I'll note that this is an alternative, and yeah, not exactly what I'm running. So again, in your sump, I think second from last item, I've got a Red Sea Reef mat, but previous to this, I just had filter socks. So it's some kind of mechanical filtration to take some of the crap out of the water, so it doesn't clog up all your biological filtration, the media you have. And then the last real piece of equipment in the sump is the heater. I have a titanium heater in mine. I didn't buy a fancy one, I just got some cheap one. But I also have a temperature controller, so I have that to oversee it if the temperature sensing side of it fails. Kind of bonus item in my sump is I have some Chateau, and I'm running like a refugium in the sump. Then moving up to the main tank, obviously the first step from the return pump then is your outlet nozzle or nozzles. These can be straight outlets, or they can have, like I have, the random flow generator nozzles on, which kind of move the flow around so it's not always going in the same place. And then you can have other means of generating flow. There's lots of different types of wave makers. I'm using the AI Nero 5, which, looking at it today, it probably needs a bit of a clean sometime soon. And then the last things in your top tank, which are kind of still part of the filtration, biological filtration side of things, is your live rock or your rock. Yeah, if you don't get live rock and you get normal rock, and then it gradually becomes live rock, I guess. And your gravel slash sand, because there will be a degree of bacteria living in that will help as well. The last piece of equipment I have is my glass cleaner. I've tried a few different ones and I've settled on the Tunza long, I think it's called. And I like this one because you can leave the wet side in the tank because there's no metal on it. So it's got like a hard plastic edge that you use to scrape the glass. It struggles a little bit on some of the the heavier build-ups of the coralline algae where that's built up on the glass. It can struggle with that and take a few attempts, but generally I prefer that than having to kind of take the lid off and stick a long scraper in. So that's the main overview of the tank. Thank you very much for watching until the end. If this is something that you've found interesting, please like, share, subscribe, all the things that YouTube likes. I try and make videos at least once a week, normally releasing them at about 6 p.m. on a Sunday UK time. And I also try and, if I can, create a bit more content and release videos during the week, which would probably be 6 p.m. UK time on a Wednesday as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.